Top 20 reasons to vote for Donald Trump. A supporter's perspective. Trump is right.blogspot.com. If anyone wants to make a list like this for Kamala, I will happily post it below so people can compare and contrast before their vote is cast. Donald Trump has remained a compelling figure in American politics, with a base of supporters who stand firmly behind his policies and leadership. Here are 20 reasons why many of his supporters believe he deserves a return to the presidency. 1. Strong economic policies. Trump's first term is often credited with significant economic growth, including record low unemployment rates and stock market highs. Supporters highlight his tax cuts and deregulation efforts as key factors that spurred economic success. 2. America First agenda. The America First philosophy is central to Trump's appeal, emphasizing the protection of American jobs, industries, and interests. Supporters see his approach to trade, immigration, and foreign policy as prioritizing the needs of American citizens. 3. Judicial appointments. Trump's appointment of 3 Supreme Court justices and numerous federal judges is viewed by his supporters as a major accomplishment that will shape the judiciary for decades, ensuring conservative rulings. 4. Border security and immigration. Trump's tough stance on immigration, including building the border wall, is seen as crucial for reducing illegal immigration, protecting American jobs, and enhancing national security. 5. Tax cuts and deregulation. The 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is a cornerstone of Trump's economic policy, and his supporters believe it has fueled business growth and increased individual prosperity by lowering taxes and rolling back burdensome regulations. 6. National security and military strength. Supporters credit Trump with strengthening America's military and national security. His administration increased military spending and adopted a hardline stance against global adversaries, which they believe has made the U.S. safer. 7. Energy independence. Trump's policies on energy production, including promoting domestic oil, gas, and coal, led to energy independence for the U.S. His supporters argue this reduced reliance on foreign energy and kept energy prices low. 8. Support for law enforcement. Trump's vocal support for law enforcement resonates strongly with his base. They appreciate his opposition to movements like defund the police, and his commitment to maintaining law and order. 9. Challenging political correctness. Many of Trump's supporters admire his willingness to challenge political correctness and take on the mainstream media, viewing him as a champion of free speech and a fighter against the status quo. 10. Populist appeal and outsider status. Trump's outsider status continues to attract voters who are disillusioned with traditional politicians. His base values his attempts to drain the swamp and confront what they see as a corrupt political establishment. 11. Support for free speech and opposition to online censorship. Trump has consistently positioned himself as a defender of free speech, particularly in the face of what his supporters see as increasing censorship by big tech companies. They value his efforts to protect the First Amendment and his calls for reforms to online platforms to prevent censorship. 12. Opposition to vaccine mandates and promotion of alternative COVID-19 treatments. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Trump opposed vaccine mandates, advocating for individual freedom of choice. He also promoted alternative treatments such as ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine and zinc, which his supporters appreciate as part of a broader effort to offer diverse medical options. 13. No new wars and historic peace initiatives. Trump's presidency is marked by the absence of new military conflicts. His supporters highlight his success in brokering peace deals in the Middle East, strengthening relations with North Korea, and becoming the first sitting U.S. president to cross the North Korean border and meet with Kim Jong-un. 14. Fostering political unity and bipartisan collaboration. Trump has shown an interest in bridging political divides by engaging with figures like Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. His supporters are encouraged by his promise to appoint RFK Jr. to a position that would oversee reforms in agencies like the FDA, reflecting a commitment to improving health standards and fostering unity. 15. Commitment to transparency on JFK assassination and 9/11. Trump has pledged to release all remaining documents related to the JFK assassination and the 9/11 attacks. His supporters view this as a crucial step toward government transparency and accountability. He has also promised to establish an independent commission to investigate presidential assassination attempts. 16. Trade deals beneficial to the U.S. Trump's renegotiation of trade agreements, such as NAFTA into the USMCA, United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, is seen by his supporters as a win for American workers. They believe these deals have created more favorable terms for the U.S., leading to job growth and economic stability. 17. Advocacy for religious freedom. Trump has been a strong advocate for religious freedom, both domestically and internationally. His administration implemented policies to protect the rights of religious organizations and individuals, which is a key issue for many of his supporters. 18. Veteran Affairs Reform. Trump's supporters commend his efforts to improve the Department of Veterans Affairs, citing the implementation of programs like the VA Mission Act, which expanded healthcare options for veterans. They view his administration as prioritizing the well-being of those who served in the military. 19. Focus on school choice and education reform. Trump has been a proponent of school choice, advocating for policies that allow parents more control over their children's education. His supporters believe these efforts empower families, improve education quality, and challenge the existing public school system. 20. Criminal justice reform. Trump's signing of the First Step Act is considered a significant achievement by his supporters. This bipartisan criminal justice reform bill aimed at reducing recidivism and improving conditions for inmates is seen as evidence of his commitment to fair and just legal processes. These reasons reflect the views of Trump supporters who believe that his leadership and policies are aligned with their vision for America's future. While they value his efforts to protect the First Amendment and capture the arguments made by those advocating for his return to the presidency. 12.